Yellowstone star breaks silence on filming different final season without Kevin Costner. Yellowstone's fifth, and most likely, final season of the flagship Western drama will start to wrap up this Sunday, with millions of fans expected to tune in. After a staggering 2-year wait, the second half of the climactic chapter of the Dutton saga will wrap up the show with 6 gripping episodes of ranch drama. Hollywood A-lister Kevin Costner stepped into his first major TV role as Patriarch John Dutton when the show first launched in 2018. However, in the midst of his turbulent divorce and a new ambitious big-screen project, the 4-part Western film Horizon, he decided to part ways with the series before season 5 came to an end. Now his co-star Luke Grimes, who portrays John's son Case Dutton in the series, has revealed what it was like to come back without Costner at the top of the call sheet. Him not coming back felt like, okay, we're going to have to land this plane now for real, he shared. Although Costner's departure came as a huge shock to fans, Grimes maintains John's exit from the narrative has always been a part of showrunner Taylor Sheridan's master plan. I think the Patriarch leaving was always going to be part of the story, he explained in an interview with People. That's always where it was headed is like, what do these kids do? What does this family do when their rock is gone? Even so, Grimes and the rest of the cast still had some reservations about coming back with Costner's support. Whatever the circumstances may be, it definitely felt like, okay, we're coming in for a landing. It definitely felt different, he adds. Despite Costner's dramatic departure, there are still rumors of Yellowstone's main story continuing alongside the new offshoots, which include a modern-day series starring Michelle Pfeiffer and another prequel series set in 1944. Plus, Grimes is still unsure whether fans will have seen the last of the Duttons after season 5 concludes. Basically, we're just going to see if Taylor has an idea that he gets excited about. And that's going to make all the difference here, he teased. Whatever the case, the Yellowstone franchise is never short of ideas, and the Western universe will continue to expand over the coming years. The Pfeiffer-starring sequel series, titled The Madison, is expected premiere in 2025 and will also star Patrick J. Adams and Beau Garrett, with A-listers Matthew McConaughey and Kurt Russell previously in talks to star. As the sun sets over the rolling hills of Montana, the sweeping vistas and rugged landscapes that have become synonymous with Yellowstone are as majestic as ever. However, this final season, filled with anticipation and uncertainty, marks the end of an era for the hit show. What was once a family drama laced with powerful performances, led by Kevin Costner as the indomitable John Dutton, is now navigating uncharted territory. With the announcement of Costner's departure from the show, Yellowstone fans were left wondering how the series would fare without its beloved patriarch. While Costner's exit might have been the most dramatic change, it's the remaining cast and crew who've had to adjust to a new reality as they film the final episodes. Now, one of the show's stars, who wishes to remain anonymous, has broken their silence on what it's been like working on a different final season, one without the guiding force of the actor who has been a cornerstone of its success. People were nervous, the actor begins, recalling the initial shockwaves that rippled through the set when news of Costner's exit became public. There was so much uncertainty. Kevin was a huge part of Yellowstone, not just because of his role, but because of his leadership. It was always clear that this was his show, and to see him go, especially after all the success, it made everyone wonder, what now? Costner's presence on Yellowstone was more than just a character's role. His portrayal of John Dutton, the fierce patriarch of the Dutton family, was the foundation of the entire show. The character's complex relationships with his children, his deeply entrenched connection to the land, and his willingness to fight tooth and nail to protect his legacy gave the show its heart. His departure, while inevitable in the complex world of Hollywood contracts and personal choices, leaves behind an undeniable void. But in the face of uncertainty, the remaining Yellowstone stars have pushed forward, determined to finish the story they started. While many details of the final season remain under wraps, the actor admits that filming without Costner has been a strange adjustment. It felt different. There's no getting around that. Kevin is such a central part of what made this show work. It's not just about the character of John Dutton, it's about the way he commanded the set. The energy shifted. We had to figure out how to keep the momentum going without him there. Though the absence of Costner looms large, the cast and crew have worked hard to maintain the same level of intensity and authenticity that Yellowstone fans have come to expect. We're still in the wilds of Montana. The land, the cattle, the ranch, those things are constants. The storylines are still rich and complicated, and we're diving even deeper into the Dutton family's history and their struggle to protect what's theirs, the actor explains. But it's different without Kevin. For some members of the cast, like Luke Grimes, who plays Case Dutton, and Kelly Riley, who portrays Beth Dutton, the transition has been both challenging and invigorating. Grimes especially has had to step into a more prominent role in the family dynamic, one that had always been balanced by Costner's commanding presence. We all have to carry a little more weight now, the anonymous star explains. It's like when you lose a key member of a band. Everyone else has to pick up the slack and play harder to keep the rhythm. That's what it's been like for us. Despite the absence of Costner, Yellowstone is not without its strengths. The show's reputation for compelling characters, intricate plots, and stunning cinematography remains intact. But with the looming finality of the season, there is a sense of heightened pressure on the cast to deliver a memorable conclusion. It's bittersweet, the actor admits. We all know this is the end. There's no more riding off into the sunset with Kevin. We're creating something new, something different, but there's also a sense of nostalgia and loss. This show is such a unique part of all of our careers. We've built something together, and now we have to finish it the right way. In addition to the changes in leadership, the production process itself has been impacted by the departure of Costner. Known for his meticulous approach to storytelling, Costner's absence has led to adjustments in the script and direction of the show. The writers had to pivot, the star confides. They've had to make sure that the stories are still powerful, that the tension is still there, and that the emotional payoff is just as strong as it always has been. It's a fine line. You want to honor what came before, but you also want to make sure that what comes next stands on its own. While the absence of Costner's star power is undeniable, the actor believes that the show is still in capable hands. We're all committed to this. We're all here because we believe in this story. And even though it's different without Kevin, I think we've created something special. The final season will feel like a fitting end to everything that's come before. It's going to be emotional, intense, and everything Yellowstone fans have loved about the show. As the final season takes shape, there's a palpable sense of anticipation among the cast. Everyone knows that this is their chance to make sure Yellowstone goes out with a bang, to ensure that the legacy of the Dutton family and the series itself remains intact. I think people are going to be shocked by how it all ends, the actor hints, their voice full of excitement. It's going to be a wild ride. And yes, it's different without Kevin. But that doesn't mean it's any less of Yellowstone. It's just the next chapter of the Duttons, and trust me, it's a hell of a chapter. As the Dutton family rides into the sunset one last time, fans can expect a conclusion that is as complicated, intense, and breathtaking as the land they fought so hard to preserve. The journey may be ending, but the impact of Yellowstone will undoubtedly echo through the hills of Montana and the hearts of its viewers long after the final scene is filmed. For now, the remaining cast has embraced the challenge of finishing this saga without Costner's presence on set. And while it may be a different experience, they are determined to ensure the Yellowstone legacy endures, standing tall in the annals of television history.